This is The Big Question with Dr. Ellie Gonzalez, brought to you by Good News Unlimited, tackling the big questions in a simple and positive way.
And today's big question is, are miracles real or not? One of the reasons why people laugh at Christianity is the idea of miracles being real. I mean, how could the sea part and let people through on dry land? How could someone walk on water? And how could water turn into wine? And here's the biggie. How could someone rise from the dead?
I have a hunch that at some time in our lives, we've all secretly wished for a miracle, whether you call it a miracle or not. Am I right? Like when someone we love has received terrible news from a doctor. So how about miracles? Can they be real or not? Whether you believe in miracles or not logically goes hand in hand with whether you believe in a higher power, and specifically a higher power who intervenes in this world against the ordinary course of events and even against the laws of nature. So basically this becomes an issue of whether you believe in God or not. If you believe in God, then you believe in miracles. If you don't believe in God, then you don't. But this just breaks people up into two camps. It doesn't really help us answer the question of whether miracles are real or not. The way to deal with this question is that you have to look at the evidence. That makes sense, doesn't it? The English philosopher G.K. Chesterton once said, "The believers in miracles accept them, rightly or wrongly, because they have evidence for them. The disbelievers in miracles deny them, rightly or wrongly, because they have a doctrine against them." The fact that you've never seen a miracle doesn't mean that there's no evidence for it. Just as the fact that someone in the middle of India may never have seen snow doesn't mean it doesn't exist. You have to look for the evidence. The fact that things normally happen in a certain way doesn't mean that they'll always happen that way, in the same way that a massive solar flare would suddenly change things up pretty dramatically on Earth. You have to look at the evidence. So let's look at the evidence of perhaps the most important miracles in the Bible, the miracles of Jesus. Well, the evidence for his miracles is really very strong. We have the historical testimony of the Gospels. We have the many witnesses of Jesus' miracles. Almost all of them were done publicly, including when Jesus fed 5,000 people out of a few loaves and fishes, when Jesus raised Lazarus in front of hundreds of people.
And then there's the more than 500 people who saw Jesus alive after his resurrection. If these reports of the miracles were false, the Gospels couldn't have been written within the lifetimes of these people, since they would have easily been disproved and dismissed. Yet the miracles of Jesus couldn't be dismissed because there were so many living eyewitnesses. So are miracles real? The evidence is there. The eyewitnesses definitely thought so. So much so that they staked their lives on the one that did them. And I reckon that you can too.
For more, contact goodnewsunlimited.com.